So before I tell you the secret to finally seeing progress with your physique, I want to give you a very short backstory. So I was always one of those guys who worked out, right? From the age of 16, I started running and doing some basic bodyweight training. But I was always frustrated because it seemed that no matter how hard I trained, I could never get that six pack. Quite frankly, it pissed me off, and I thought I was eating healthy too, including plenty of lean protein, fruit and veg, drinking my water, all that good stuff. I was stuck in this purgatory for years until I was about 24 anyway, where I more or less lost interest in weight training and was focusing more on my career as a part-time musician and full-time booze hound. Anyway, that's a story for another day. The pandemic hit when I turned 27 and all my work as a musician was gone, so I was forced to take a look at myself in the mirror, having lost my old identity. Shit, now what? After a few weeks of panic, we finally grabbed the bull by the horns and said, you know what, if I'm going to do one thing during this lockdown, it's going to be getting into the best shape of my life. So I decided to do something that I had never done before. Something that I definitely should have done and that would have saved me a whole lot of frustration. But here we were, better late than never. I gave myself a nutrition audit. In other words, I tracked my calories for the first time in my life. But I didn't try and change anything. I just tracked exactly what I would eat as honestly as possible in a normal week. I was shocked. Turns out I was eating 4,500 calories a day. And when you looked at it on paper, the quality of my diet was pretty diabolical, to say the least. What a learning curve. Everything became so much clearer after that week of tracking my food. I knew exactly what I had to change, and I now had the data and the knowledge of where I was going wrong. That summer, during the pandemic, I completely overhauled my nutrition, cut out all the shite and focused on whole, unprocessed food. I counted my calories and ate within a budget that allowed me to get absolutely shredded in less than 16 weeks. I also started taking my training a bit more seriously again, whipping out the good old gymnastic rings. I'd go to the park most days and work on some basic bodyweight exercises, adding difficulty through time under tension and different rep ranges. I even managed to get a ring muscle up, which I was pretty chuffed with. Lockdown sucked in a lot of ways, but it was a good chance for me to take a look at myself in the mirror and make some big changes to my diet and lifestyle that I've kept up to this day. So if you want to make huge changes in your health and physique, I'd highly advise giving yourself a nutrition audit and tracking your food honestly as you can for a week. You might end up being absolutely shocked, like I was.